Alright guys, so today we are going to yank this motor out. As you can see, it's filthy and oil everywhere. I tried to replace the front crank seal twice. First one got messed up trying to put it in. The second one, it got messed up as well because these 1.6 short noses have crank level problems, and I don't want to have to deal with it, so I'm going to end up throwing a 1.8 into it. So we're going to go ahead and get all this out of here. Trans, engine, the PPF, drive shaft, everything. Keep you updated. So I went ahead and took the hood off to make it a lot easier. I'm going to take everything out of here. Mass airflow sensor. Obviously the coolant, like I drain the radiator. Drain the oil. Do the gas lines, make sure all the electrical connectors are unhooked. Once I do that, then I'm gonna pull the drive shaft off. PPF, we'll pull the trans out, and then this will come out, and then we'll pressure wash and clean this whole engine bay. That way we get rid of all this slimy, greasy, oily mess everywhere. Alright, so coolant's drained, radiator's out. I got the exhaust off right there, so now I'm gonna lower it back down. Get the shifter out. I'm gonna get the PPF off. Then drive shaft bolts. And then I'm gonna get trans out. And then continue unhooking all of the harness. And then from there, we are ready to pull the motor out. Alright, so I got the speedo cable unhooked, all of the harness from the PPF, and then for these two, when you undo those 17mm bolts, you gotta bang them back through to get the little captive, I guess, knurled nuts. There's two of them, these two, and then you also have the front ones. So now I'm gonna start unhooking the tranny and then motor. Pressure wash this bad boy because she is disgusting underneath here since it leaks coolant, and that front main is just leaking all over the place. Alrighty, so trans is out. It's a little dirty. And get that cleaned up and take the better terminal off to get starter out, and then alternator, all the harness, and then probably within 5 minutes this thing will come out. Something like that. And then I'm gonna pressure wash the crap out of this engine bay, everything, even though I pressure washed it multiple times already. Alrighty, so we got the motor yanked out. Really easy. Forgot to disconnect this ground. That's okay. I'll just go buy a ground kit from the parts store and put a ground on it. As you can see how slimy and greasy this is. But I'm gonna put this on the engine stand, take off what I need to 1.8 swap it, and then hopefully pick up this motor Sunday. My swap kit will be here Saturday. Clean the engine bay, and if all goes well, we might be able to get this thing running and driving Sunday. Alright, so I went and picked up a motor to replace that one. $250. Look at the inside of this motor. It's like brand new. New timing belt, new pulleys. I just got to take fuel lines off because they cut them. I take the injector harness off because they just cut everything. This plug was also cut. I got to replace these two heater hoses. The only thing really bad about this motor is this, the ear cracked out because I got this car out of a crashed car, but this thing was rebuilt. There's a sticker right there. So who knows how many miles are on this thing? Like literally like a brand new head. Alright, so new motor, all buttoned up. Valve covers, spark plug wires, spark plugs, injector harness, new fuel lines, my old alternator, all the belts, powertrain delete pulley, exhaust is on, trans is on, clutch is on, torqued, ready to get it right in the car. Hopefully we have our first start today. Alright, so I had the motor running. I know the radiator leaks. I think it leaks from over here. Coolant all over the place. Gotta take the tranny back out to do rear main seal. About to get the drive shaft out. The exhaust is out. PPF is about to come out. Because look at that. That's horrendous. So I'm gonna put a rear main seal in it. Pretty sure she doesn't leak. But other than that, like, front main doesn't leak, pan doesn't leak. Yeah, pan doesn't leak at all, so I'm just praying it's the rear main seal. So I know this video has been all over the place, but we're getting back into doing videos. So the problem with why it was pissing oil was the rear main seal. Well, actually, it was the oil pan gasket. It didn't have an oil pan gasket in there, so it was just leaking out and running out the weep hole of the transmission. So I did that, fixed it, and she don't leak anymore besides the radiator, which I will end up having to get a new one here when I get paid. But for now, she's fixed. I know it needs little things, you know, like a top, and stuff like that. But for now, she works, runs, doesn't leak besides the radiator. So stay tuned for more videos.